The night Arif decided to quit, the city outside his window was louder than his thoughts. Horns screamed, generators growled, and somewhere a radio played an old song about dreams that never come true. Arif sat on the edge of his bed, phone in his hand, staring at a rejection email he had read so many times that the words had started to blur. Another "we regret to inform you," another closed door. At 27, with a degree that felt useless and a pocket that stayed empty, he felt like life had quietly pushed him into a corner and forgotten he was there. He remembered being a child, running barefoot through dusty streets, telling anyone who would listen that one day his name would matter. His father used to smile at those words, not because he fully believed them, but because he believed in the fire behind them. "Dreams are heavy," his father once said. "Only strong shoulders can carry them." Back then, Arif thought strength meant muscles or money. Now, sitting in a dim room with unpaid bills stacked like silent judges, he realized strength might mean something else entirely. The next morning, Arif woke up before the sun, not because he was motivated, but because sleep refused to hold him. He walked outside, the air cold and honest. An old man was sweeping the street, slow and steady, as if the world depended on that one clean path. Arif watched him for a moment, then asked, "Uncle, why do you work so hard this early?" The man smiled without stopping. "Because dust comes back every day," he replied. "If I stop once, it wins." Those words followed Arif all the way back home. That day, Arif made a small decision. Not a heroic one, not a dramatic announcement to the world. Just a promise to himself: today, I will not quit. He didn't know what winning looked like anymore, but he knew what losing felt like, and he wasn't ready to feel that again. He opened his laptop, fixed his broken resume, and applied again. And again. When his internet failed, he used his phone. When his phone battery died, he borrowed a charger. It wasn't passion that pushed him forward, it was stubbornness. Weeks passed. Rejections kept coming, but something inside him began to change. He started learning new skills at night, watching free videos, practicing until his eyes burned. He failed often. Sometimes he failed so badly that laughter was the only response left. But each failure taught him where not to step next time. Slowly, almost invisibly, he was building something stronger than success: resilience. One evening, his mother placed a cup of tea in front of him and said softly, "I don't know what you're fighting, but I can see you're still standing." Her words hit harder than any rejection email. For the first time in months, Arif felt seen. Not as a failure, not as a dreamer with empty hands, but as someone who refused to lie down. Opportunity did not arrive with fireworks. It came quietly, almost shyly, in the form of a short message: "We liked your work. Can you do a small test?" Arif read it 3 times, afraid it might disappear. The test was hard. He worked all night, his fingers shaking, his mind screaming that he wasn't good enough. But he remembered the old man and the dust. He remembered his father and the weight of dreams. He submitted the work just before sunrise and waited. When the acceptance came, Arif didn't jump or shout. He closed his eyes and breathed. It wasn't the biggest job. It didn't make him rich overnight. But it proved something he had almost forgotten. He was capable. That one yes became fuel. With it, he worked harder, learned faster, and believed deeper. Months later, that small chance turned into something stable. Stable turned into growth. Growth turned into confidence. Years passed, and the city outside his window still made noise, but it no longer drowned his thoughts. Arif moved to a better place, not just physically, but mentally. He began helping others who stood where he once stood, sharing his story not as a victory speech, but as proof that survival itself is an achievement. He told them the truth. Motivation doesn't always feel powerful. Sometimes it feels like dragging yourself forward when nothing makes sense. One day, Arif visited his old street. The same dust, the same noise. The old man was still there, sweeping. Arif greeted him and said, "Uncle, you were right. If you stop once, dust wins." The man smiled and replied, "No, son. If you stop believing, dust wins." Arif nodded, understanding at last. Life will test you in silence. It will make you doubt your worth, your timing, your dreams. It will show you others moving faster and make you feel late. But remember this: being late is not the same as being lost. As long as you are moving, learning, and refusing to quit, you are still in the game. Your story is not over because you are tired. Your story continues because you stand up again, even when your legs shake. Success is not the moment people clap for you. It is the moment you decide, in the darkest room of your life, that you will turn on the light yourself. And when you do, even a small light is enough to change everything.